What is going on, everyone? Nostalgia 925 coming at you with another Digimon conversation. I have to say that I am quite excited to make this one, and you will quickly understand why. Before we get into it, let me first mention those that asked me to make the video. Becca Walls XXX wrote the following in the Lunamon Digivolution Line video. I love your videos. Please, can you do a video on MEICOOMON? Well, of course I can do that. Certainly when you ask it so nicely. There were also many others that asked for it. I am thinking about you, Jaija Gonzalez, I am Dragoon, Brian Cash, and Eric Peculiar. All of you a big thanks for giving me the inspiration to make Digimon videos. Now, let us get right into it. Before talking about that cute cat-like Digimon, I wanted to show you guys the following comment. Kazuko Light wrote the following in the Gatomon Digivolution Line video. You forgot about MEICOOMON, which is also a variant of Salamon that she can digivolve to. Well, I did not include MEICOOMON because the Digimon does have a line that will take some time to discuss. You will see it in this video. If I were to include it in the Gatomon video, it would have been a very long video, and I certainly do not want to take too much of your precious time. But in any case, Kazuhiko Light is right. MEICOOMON is in some way family to Gatomon, Black Gatomon, and Mikemon, as all three of them digivolved from Salamon. And while Gatomon, Black Gatomon, and Mikemon are all animal Digimon, MEICOOMON is an unidentified Digimon in type and has two attributes. One is free, and the other is also unidentified, which made me quite curious. We already know that it is a champion level as it evolved from Salamon, but MEICOOMON's attribute makes it quite mysterious. Just in case you do not know what I mean with attribute, most Digimon species are classified into 5 attributes: data, vaccine, virus, free, and variable. Without forgetting that some Digimon have their attribute unidentified or lack them entirely. The first 3 attributes, meaning data, vaccine, and virus, serve to classify the personalities of the Digimon. Vaccine Digimon are usually crusaders with a great determination to fight against evil and stop injustice. Virus Digimon tend to be more violent, with a thirst for power and domination. Data Digimon are usually neutral and focus on their own issues. Variable is mostly exclusive to hybrid Digimon, so we don't really need to pay too much attention to it. The attribute free, however, is one that is quite rare for a Digimon. The signification is not really known. To have this attribute makes it difficult to determine whether MEICOOMON prefers to fight against evil or has this thirst for power. Maybe it has both. Maybe it loves to fight against evil, but also has that thirst for power. This reminds me, it is the same case with Tsunomon that we discussed before in the Gatomon Digivolution Line video. It has a mixture of 3 attributes: free, none, and data. And when you look at its next forms, you will see that it shows a great many variety. And I still have to explore Tsunomon, by the way, but that's for another video. With MEICOOMON, we will see how the combination of the attribute free with an unidentified side will affect its next forms. But you have to know this. Most Digimon that have an unidentified attribute usually are terrifying, immensely powerful, or will digivolve into powerful and yet evil Digimon. MEICOOMON is characterized by its large ears and tail. Its design is derived from the MEICOON, the largest domesticated cat breed with a distinctive physical appearance and valuable hunting skills. MEICOOMON possesses extremely sharp claws underneath its paws, despite having a fluffy coat of fur and an adorable appearance. Its cat-like appearance makes it belong to the nature spirits family. Members of this field are generic animal or monster-like Digimon or those who dwell in desert-like areas. Nightmare Eevee wrote the following in the Nostalgia 925 community page. Unhelpful post, I'd love to cuddle this cutie. However, Nightmare Eevee also continued with the following. Just like Gatomon, looks can be deceiving as it is very strong. Indeed, looks can be really deceiving. That is why I personally love the comment of Nightmare Eevee. Even in real life, some of us were somewhat underestimated by the looks. Some are a bit shorter in height, which would make them cute, I guess, and thus making people believe that you are less of a threat or has not much to offer. However, looks can be really deceiving, and if being underestimated, people might end up getting in some real trouble. And you will see, MEICOOMON's next forms are also immensely powerful and also a bit sinister. And speaking of forms, it has another variant that is also called MEICOOMON, but with the term saltation added. Saltation stands for abrupt evolutionary change or sudden large-scale mutation. It is an alternate form of MEICOOMON that appears to be larger, with more shaggier fur, long claws, and 3 long tails allowing it to fly. We will discuss its next forms after we have finished discussing the first variant. Meikomon's first ultimate form is called MEICOOMON, a beastman Digimon with a name that is also derived from the MEICOON cat breed. The crack in MEICOOMON comes from software cracking, which is the modification of a software to remove or disable features which are considered undesirable. MEICOOMON is a Digimon that often acts alone due to the fact that it hates conflict. It has a shy temperament and is usually seen with a body curled up in sunlit areas, napping leisurely. This does make it quite the peaceful Digimon. That is why it should be no surprise that it earned itself the attribute vaccine, making it hate injustice. When MEICOOMON senses someone drawing near, it usually takes cover using its keen movements and observes the situation. It will soften up to those who come bringing food. However, if the enemy refuses to leave its territory, it will engage them by displaying power that is quite unimaginable from its usual calm demeanor in order to protect its home. It can restrain the enemy with its 2 appendages, paralyzing them with the stinger on its tail. A bit like the Tarantula hawk, which is a spider wasp that hunts tarantulas. It uses its sting to paralyze the prey before dragging it to a brood nest as living food. Mikemon can also create copies of itself with the lures it sends flying. These are actually pretty interesting abilities considering that the Digimon world can quickly become a danger. Using decoys to fight or to run and being able to paralyze opponents easily raises the chance of surviving, which is what the Digimon world is all about. It's about surviving. MEICOOMON's megaform is Razielmon, an Ophan Digimon. The term Ophan comes from Ophanim, which is the angel closest to God in the Jewish angelic hierarchy. In the Book of Enoch, the Ophanim, along with the Cherubim and the Seraphim, which are the inspiration of Seraphimon from the Gatomon Digivolution Line video, and Cherubimon, another angelic Digimon, all 3 angelic beings, meaning the Seraphim, the Cherubim, and the Ophanim, are beings portrayed as a class of celestial entities who never sleep but guard the throne of God. Razielmon was once appointed the same rank as Ophanimon, a mega-level Digimon that we discussed in the Gatomon Digivolution Line video. In just in case, Ophanimon is the holy mother-like being who imparts the loving and merciful side of the Creator. And Razielmon was appointed at the same rank, which says a lot about it. Without a doubt, a very powerful Digimon. However, something happened along the way, both with a Razielmon and an Ophanimon. A certain fall from grace. We will talk about it in a moment. Razielmon possesses the mysterious power to foresee everything in the world from the kernel, which is God's domain, an area that is both the digital world's core and the domain of its God. It is said that Razielmon knows all about events throughout the digital world, and from the few videos I made, you know that a lot happened in that world. We could say that almost every Digimon has a particular story or was part of a certain event. This would make Razielmon extremely smart. It has gained a divine amount of knowledge with the power it got by being close to God. That is probably the reason why it has attacks that enable it to freely combine the 5 elements and can release enormous energy. It has an attack called Sefer Raziel, a move where Razielmon brings about any kind of miracle to exterminate the adversary, even though it appears that the Digimon does not really know what might happen when using the attack. In case you do not know, the name Raziel from Razielmon and the attack Sefer Raziel comes from Sefer Raziel Hamalak. It is Hebrew and it means the Book of Raziel, the angel. Raziel is in fact an archangel within the teachings of Jewish mysticism, a being that is known as the keeper of secrets and the angel of mysteries. This does say a lot about Razielmon and the role it plays. It is a Digimon that knows secrets, that knows what really happened in the digital world. The question is, what are those secrets? What is it that the Digimon knows? What is the truth? I brought you back to MEICOOMON because there is another line that we need to analyze. You see, MEICOOMON and its other saltation variant can both digivolve into MEICOOMON Vicious Mode. It is yet another unidentified Digimon. When the normally gentle heart of a MEICOOMON is tainted by evil, its entire body transforms into a cracked form. You could say that this Digimon is somewhat an embodiment of evil. Usually those evil Digimon belong to the Nightmare Soldiers family, but MEICOOMON Vicious Mode's family is unknown. The Digimon views the whole world as an enemy whom it has been wronged by. It has a desire to see the world destroyed. When doing my research, I was really wondering why MEICOOMON Vicious Mode would feel that way. And I have one hypothesis. You see, MEICOOMON's name is derived from software cracking, and as I said before, software cracking is the modification of software to remove or disable features which are considered undesirable. I believe that the normally gentle heart of MEICOOMON has purposely been turned evil by something or someone. But I am only speculating, there might be numerous reasons. MEICOOMON Vicious Mode is making use of its exceptional leg strength and perception as well as its phenomenal feral instincts. It has cursed claws that extend from the armor on its paws. These claws are made of red Digizoid, a repurified alloy of chrome Digizoid that has been increased in hardness so that it provides phenomenal defensive power. With the red Digizoid, MEICOOMON in its vicious mode can slice up even slabs of metal as if they were paper, without forgetting that the Digimon can create copies of itself, so it is a very strong Digimon. Its mega level is called Raguelmon, and this one is particularly interesting. Raguelmon's name is a reference to Raguel, another angel mainly of the Judaic tradition, and in the Book of Enoch, Raguel is one of the 7 angels whose role is to watch. Raguelmon is a fallen angel Digimon. If you check the Gatomon Digivolution Line video, I told you that certain angelic Digimon rebelled against God and were therefore banished from God's domain. These angelic Digimon that fell from grace and therefore turned dark are also known as fallen angels. Because Raguelmon is also a fallen angel Digimon, it might mean that it probably was banished from God's domain. The question, however, would be the following: if it really was banished, what was the reason? From what is written, Raguelmon observes all angel Digimon with eyes of distrust in order to prevent the fall of other angel Digimon. The moment it detects an angel Digimon that has begun to fall, it will attack and destroy them before they would have fallen completely. This actually means that Raguelmon would probably reside in God's domain and wasn't really banished. However, because it was shunned for its role as observer, it began to be filled with nihilistic thoughts until its sole line of thought was to reject everything. At that stage, it no longer discerns between friend and foe, turning into a fearsome Digimon that carries out destruction indiscriminately. I know it has not been confirmed, but I have reason to believe that Raguelmon was banished from God's domain because when you take a look at its way of attacking opponents, it is simply way too violent. It has 3 confirmed attacks. The first is called Form Tyrannis, an attack where it mutilates the enemy using the claws on its arms and the tip of its tail. Once the enemy is impaled, destructive data is injected in their body. A destructive data that eats and corrodes the enemy from the inside. The word Tyrannis from the attack is a reference to Tyrannis, the god of thunder in Celtic mythology. It is a deity to whom human sacrificial offerings were made. The second attack is called Pahorus. Laser bullets are being fired from the gemstones situated on its arms and chest. The term Pahorus is a mixture of Papuru, meaning purple, and Horus. The laser bullets are fired from the gemstone, which is symbolic for the known Eye of Horus. The eye is originally a type of magic intended to turn away harm or evil influences. It sounds holy and protective, and yet Raguelmon, a Digimon turned mud, is using this holiness for other, dark-tainted purposes. The last known attack is called Darkness Zone. It calls forth an infinite darkness. Anyone or anything caught in its wake is said to be consumed by the void and eventually reduced to nothing. Quite dark for a Digimon that is supposed to be at God's side. Gürkan Mehmetoglu wrote the following in the Gatomon Digivolution Line video. Nostalgia 925, please include Ophanimon Fall Down Mode 2 in the next video. In the Gatomon Digivolution Line video, I talked about its mega form called Ophanimon, a beautiful heavenly Digimon. It has another mode that I did not include in that video for a reason. I was actually waiting to make this one because it is going to be easier for all of you to see the link between Gatomon and MEICOOMON. Ophanimon Fall Down Mode is a fallen angel Digimon with an appearance based on Asmodeus, a prince of demons, or in Judeo-Islamic lore, the king of earthly spirits, also called Shedim or Jinn. Ophanimon Fall Down Mode is a form of an Ophanimon that was so angry that it suppressed its own emotions and fell into madness. It swelled with anger at the world, where atrocious sins keep mounting no matter how many times they are purged. I guess it isn't really a surprise. Humans deceive many times, why not Digimon creatures? But because of it, Ophanimon closed its heart. In order to nip evil, it hunts whichever opponents it has judged to have become a barrier to justice and tries to establish a world of what it recognizes as justice. Why did I include Ophanimon in this video? You see, there is a story, one that is theorized by a portion of researchers. It is said that the digital world has been plunged into chaos and was about to meet its end. Ophanimon in its fall down mode and Raguelmon, two fallen angel Digimon, fused and became Ordinimon, a Digimon with gigantic jet black wings. The truth about it is unclear. Negative emotions flow out of Ordinimon's wings, and a flap of its wing will spread miasma throughout its surroundings. For those who do not know what miasma means, miasma is known as bad air. There is an obsolete medical theory claiming that diseases such as cholera, chlamydia, or the Black Death were caused by a miasma. It might of course be an obsolete theory, but Ordinimon can really poison and intoxicate the creatures that are near the flap of its wings. The endlessly overflowing miasma is capable of eventually covering the entire world, resulting in the end of all life. It is strange to know that a former angel Digimon could become such a threat. And the worst is, Ordinimon does not even belong to the Nightmare Soldiers family. It became an entity following its own code and isn't really affiliated to any family. And as strange as it may sound, its true nature is one of kindness. It is a high-standing being who plans to save the world. However, its plan to save the world is by first returning the world which has lost its order to nothingness. This is the end of the videos, my good friends. I really hope you enjoyed it. It certainly was a pretty dark video and I'm really sorry for that, but that's Digimon. It has inspiration from everywhere. I have two important things to tell you guys. The first thing, I am going to start a new series that is a bit linked with Digimon. I'm going to make separate videos and talk about the mythological creatures that were the inspiration for some Digimon. In this video, I talked about the angel Raziel from the Judaic belief along with other angels. I'm going to talk about them. In another video, I talked about the Orochi dragon from Japanese mythology. I'm also going to talk about it. I'm going to make a separate playlist talking about all these mythological creatures and maybe we can learn something from it. I think it is very interesting to learn the different mythological creatures that came from the different civilizations on Earth. So I think I'm going to make that video and I will always mention the Digimon that is based off those creatures. If you think it sounds interesting, please drop a comment and support me. And second thing that I wanted to tell you, which is also very important, there is a reason why I am asking you all to subscribe. It is not because I necessarily want more subscribers. I am asking you all to subscribe so that the Digimon community grows, because I am in fact trying to attract the attention of the Digimon developers and show them that we are here. To show them that they have made an amazing franchise and that we really love the franchise. At a given point, I'm going to make a video about what we, the fans, would want to see in a future Digimon game or a future Digimon series or Digimon in general. And as you have noticed, I always read your comments and use some of them to make these videos. I will use your precious comments once more in that future video and send it to one of the developers, and who knows what might happen. That is why I'm asking you to subscribe. I am definitely going to keep on making these Digimon videos. I love it, I love to go deeper on them and learn from it, and I know you guys love it as much. I want the franchise to grow, as I am a very nostalgic someone and still remember having great moments with Digimon. So please, my friends, subscribe and let us be together and let us voice our thoughts. Everyone is welcome. And in case you guys are new, know that all my Digimon videos are in the Digimon playlist. It is a playlist that is always updated, that way you can catch up on newer and older videos.